I'm Stacey Amos with News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. St. Croix's Farmer of the Year has been hit with sheep rustlers. A 3-time DUI offender puts a pedestrian in a coma. It's an early end to St. Lucia's Carnival, and paper ballots for our next election. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, a prize-winning sheep farm was broken into last night. The incident took place in the Calcahoon section of St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the story.
Well, this is a sad story, Stacy, and I know you're an animal lover, so this is close to your heart. I'm here with a hardworking Water and Power Authority man, and his name is Romeo. We call him the farmer here, and you are seeing some destruction and devastation here, and also your livestock looks like it's been stolen. And what do you have to say about this? I'm very sorry. Tell us what happened. Let's start from the beginning.
Well, Wes, right now I get a call from my family and told me that the farm looked like it was breaking this morning. 'Cause, I went out and do my job at Whopper,
Field, yeah.
But when I get a call, I'm a livestock farmer, you know what I mean? I had to hustle to the farm and see what's going on. And when I get here, I couldn't believe somebody will actually do this to somebody that's working so hard on the farm every day, you know what I mean? This farm fence here, I have it locked down with a chain. This is cut. I have some more fence line that is cut inside the property
Wire
itself.
cutters.
You know what I mean? So.
All right, what's going on? What did they steal?
Well, right now I can't tell you, Wes, because I haven't make a head count. But when I make a head count, I can put it to the police report, and then we could go from there. I already contact the Department of Agriculture so they could come out and make a head count for me tomorrow and see how much being stolen.
Is this the first time this has happened?
No, this is not the first time. This is like the 5th time now I've been hit right here in the Calcahoon Road.
Now, there's some speculation out there about who's doing this, and are we going to get a chance to see some truck
Yes,
that got left in here? These guys brought a truck in here, and now the truck can't get out, and what's this about?
The funny thing about it, we have police on the scene and everything. They run the license plate number, and the truck is registered to Texaco company on the Airport Road.
Did they say that they had a truck that was stolen?
Yes, the police did say that this morning when they get here, that the truck was reported stolen this morning when they come in on the 7 o'clock shift.
But you kind of smiling. Everybody's like, wait a minute, okay, we get a truck out of here from Texaco. Why did they need the truck? To tie up the sheep?
That's correct.
And then the truck can't get out. The truck breaks down.
I guess the truck ran out of diesel or gas because the truck stayed on the farm.
By the way, you're Agriculture's Farmer of the Year, and what a way for you to have that. All right, you're going to show us now, Mr. Romeo, exactly where they took the truck in to the fence, and then we're going to see the truck itself. Go ahead.
Yeah, first when I start talking to you, Wes, I show you on the main road.
Yeah.
And right on the corner up there is where they actually took the truck and run over the fence to enter the estate. You know what I mean? They came in and they went to the back of here and also cut 2 of these fences back here where the sheep them is right now. If you look at the back of, it's supposed to be closed, and this is cut right here. Look at this. All this supposed to be well stapled. All of this is cut. Wes, right now I'm so upset that, you know what I mean? You don't want to know how I feel to be working here so hard and have to come and find this happening to me right now, you know what I mean?
And the thing is, your family, your family helps you with this corporation, and you work hard. Can you look in here now at the population and kind of give us a ballpark figure of how many are missing?
From what I'm looking at right now, I'll be honest with you, Wes, I have watched the animals, and 4 of my main males them already missing. By the time I make a head count, I will actually know.
Let me break it down to you. There's a Texaco truck here. What type of sheep were these people requesting within the last 48 hours?
Males alone, males alone.
Males alone. And what does that tell you they needed those sheep for?
Well, for to eat.
Well, yeah, but there's a special reason why they have men sheep to eat in this type of year. It's Ramadan,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct. That's correct, Wes.
These are holy,
Yes, yes.
holy sheep.
Yep.
But you said you were what? You couldn't sell these 70 sheep because
because
you
I
do it
usually-
on a timely basis.
I usually market the animals them to be slaughtered in December, around December time, and we're far from December.
There's a waiting list
Yes.
for your sheep.
Yes. I usually sell them when there's about 60 to 65 pounds.
Look here, the rope they were going to tie your sheep up to. Here is the truck that is registered and licensed at Texaco. These are the pictures inside of the truck. That was now look here. We got glass here. There's the rest of the pickaxe there. What does this tell you? I know you watch Law and Order. What do you think happened to your sheep?
Well, the officer them right now who is on the scene, I asked them if a forensic will come here and take fingerprint. I don't know if they did make the call, but nobody have come as yet. And Wes, I'm telling you, I'm really upset, really, really upset. And if I catch someone in here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to do what I have to do.
Well, we're not even going to let it get to that point because the police department is here. You have a lot of friends and family here on the scene already. News Channel 8, some of the customers that want sheep are already in News Channel 8 family.
Well,
So you are very well loved in the community.
if I'm looking at the head count right now, I don't have sheep to market for December because all of the young males they already took them. Take me 2 years to put this place together where you're standing right now, Wes. 2 years. I got about close to $50,000 in materials to put this place the way it is right now. I'm talking about tipo stake, fence line, 2x4,
Yeah.
everything that you're seeing here right now. It run me about $50,000 to put this place together in 2 years' time. I'm farming on 21.5 acreage from Verb Copeland, and I have no complaint with the agriculture department. These guys treat me with warm welcome. The commissioner, every one of them down there. And to be into farming, you have to love it. And we're not gonna come and meet stuff like this, you know.
I know what
I'm
upsets
really
you.
upset.
You know, interesting. There's just something in the media that agriculture, now everyone is turning to agriculture at these hard times, self-sustenance. So everything hopefully will be okay. 911 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. We have another police sergeant now on the scene here. So additional personnel is here. Cincy, I know they probably want to ask you questions. They're surveying the area now. No one likes this situation. Please, see something, say something. 1-800-222-TIPS. We're in a state, Calhoun, trying to get these sheep returned to this hardworking WAPA employee. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
In other news, paper ballots will be included for the next election. News Channel 8's Wes Small spoke with John Abramson, supervisor of the Board of Elections, earlier today about the situation.
Here's the supervisor of the Board of Elections here, John Abramson, very busy. John Abramson, and I'm glad you're feeling better. All right, another important meeting here at the board, and also I wish you would comment on the recent judge decision about the recall of certain members of the board, including yourself. The judge said that's no good, so he threw it out. Your comments on that?
Well, first, Wes, let me say I think it's a victory for the entire Virgin Islands. The issue needed to be adjudicated in the federal court so that we get a clear understanding of how the recall process is to take place. I think it was addressed that the process that was purported by myself as well as purported by the plaintiffs wasn't in compliance with the law. And so now we're very clear as to what we need to do. And so I think although everyone thinks this is an adversarial issue, I think it's really a benefit for the entire community. So from this point on, that we would have some clear and unabridged guidance, and I'm grateful for that. Very grateful.
All right, just got out of another meeting today with the media here and people on the board and so forth. Anything we should know about with that meeting right here?
Well, I think one of the issues that we covered, a number of issues today, the board basically said that there will be an official at-poll paper ballot, which is, again, a cry that the community has asked for. So we will be executing that in the primary and general election.
Paper ballot.
They will have an official at-poll paper ballot in both of the elections forthcoming. So I think that we've made some progress there. Additionally, we had a glitch in the calendar for the 2012 election cycle. On the present calendar, it reads that August 2nd is the first day for filing through August 9th. In keeping with the law, the board modified that date, that it will now be from August 7th through August 14th. And we will be sending out a notice to the public, basically giving this information. But again, today was pretty successful. We got some guidance from the board that we will be utilizing the voting machines that presently are in the stock of the election system, the Electron 1242 voting machines. So we'll be utilizing those for both the primary and general. So we got a lot of answers today. Today's a good and bad day for us, meaning we've just got a lot more work to do.
How about cash? Do y'all have enough cash to hold these elections?
Well, as was indicated, the legislature passed an act appropriating $150,000 to the system for the purpose of the primary election. The board has made a policy decision to scale down. Instead of having all polling places open, we'll be having 4 polling places throughout the island of St. Croix, 3 on the island of St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. So with the reduced number of polling places, we believe the amount of money we've acquired can take care of the primary election.
All right, a very busy supervisor of elections here. Hope you got it all. One important point is paper ballots. You asked for it, you got it. Let's see how it goes in the primary and so forth. And we certainly hope that you go out and exercise your right. I always said this is a fine oiled machine that he has here. I see people coming in and getting registered and so forth. Don't groan and moan if you don't come in and get registered and make those electoral changes. At elections in Sunny Isle, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Now, Ralph Perez, a 55-year-old man from St. Croix, has been arrested again for drunk driving. We're going across the newsroom to News Channel 8's Wes Small, who has more on this story.
That's right, Stacy. Unbelievable. Ralph Perez, 55 years old. Now, this arrest is not his first. Like you said, in September, he accepted a plea deal from prosecutors and was allowed to plead guilty to reckless endangerment after he was charged with and under the influence. Now, then Perez was sentenced to probation and just $300. In December, he was arrested again on the same charges, and that case is still pending. But hold on, wait for it. Sadly, last Monday night, 7 o'clock in the Upper Love area, 55-year-old Ralph Perez did it again, the unthinkable, as he hit a pedestrian charged with DUI. He failed all 3 field sobriety tests. He refused to take the breathalyzer. The officer pulled him out of the car. He staggered and said, "I didn't do anything wrong. The pedestrian just jumped in front of my car." Sadly, Stacy, that pedestrian is fighting for his life. I tried to make a phone call over the last 48 hours to Juan Louis. We cannot get his condition, but doctor said he did not look good. He was in a coma. Well, now 55-year-old Ralph Perez is in Golden Grove. Judge Gallivan made a comment. He needs stricter conditions on his bail. Yes. You think? This is the 3rd time in a year Ralph Perez has been pulled over for driving under the influence. His next appearance in court is August the 1st. $25,000 bail now for Mr. Perez, and we can only pray for the pedestrian and the family of that pedestrian in the state Upper Love, Stacy. If we find any more information, we'll give it to you. Back across the newsroom to you, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
We can only hope for the best for the man struggling in the hospital. Coming up, violence causes St. Lucia to end its carnival early. That's up next in your Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your Caribbean Report. From Guyana, the government and the opposition were trading blame over Wednesday's clashes between protesters and police over an electricity price hike in Guyana's second-largest town of Linden. As many as 4 people were reported killed. From St. Lucia, a 27-year-old man was shot and killed and another wounded as rival gangs traded gunshots, forcing police to bring a premature end to carnival celebrations on Tuesday night. From Trinidad, within the next few months, there will be crime-fighting technology in the country to detect when and where a shot is fired and a squad car deployed within seconds of it being fired. Minister of National Security Jack Warner said the technology is foreign and he would not disclose the name of the company nor the technology. From the Dominican Republic, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed his confidence that the Dominican Republic would reach even higher growth and prosperity during the administration headed by President-elect Danilo Medina. From Antigua, an Antiguan fishing boat owner has been arrested for human smuggling in St. Martin. The 14-meter-long boat was said to have been bound for the USVI with around a dozen passengers that included Cubans and nationals of the Dominican Republic. From Puerto Rico, a spokeswoman has announced that Johnson & Johnson is eliminating 200 jobs at their plant that makes Tylenol. The cuts are part of an effort to modernize the plant that had been cited for deficiencies by the U.S. FDA. The layoffs amount to about 25% of the plant's workforce. From the Caribbean, although nearly 250,000 citizens are HIV positive, the UN says the number of AIDS-related deaths in the region has dropped significantly in the past decade, thanks to the increased availability of antiretroviral drugs and improved access to medical treatment. From the BVI in Puerto Rico, showing a renewed commitment to the San Juan market, Seabourn Airlines will launch twice daily flights from San Juan to Tortola. Service will begin on October 1st, and flights are available for sale. From St. Kitts and Nevis, travel agents selling the Caribbean will get to follow their hearts to St. Kitts and Nevis, where they will explore the Federation during a 3-day conference organized by the CTO New York office. The October conference, dubbed One Caribbean Chapter Sales Experience, is being organized to help lead travel agents to get a better feel for the destination. From Trinidad and Tobago, Stephen Scott of the On Deck Pub at the Tradewinds Hotel in Trinidad and Tobago is the 2012 Diageo Reserve World-Class Bartender of the Year for Latin America and the Caribbean. From Anguilla, former NBA star point guard Gary Payton, nicknamed the Glove Man, has returned for the second straight year to conduct the 4-day Anguilla Sports Foundation camp. Payton has been accompanied for the July camp by other athletes Isaiah Thomas, Derek Morgan, and Chris Vincent. And in your cricket update, the selection committee of the WICB has announced a 12-member WICB President's 11 squad for the 3-day tour match against New Zealand starting this Friday at the Vivian Richards Cricket Ground in Antigua, with Veera Sammy Permal as captain. And temperamental left-arm spinner Suleiman Ben has inched his way even closer to a senior team recall after being named in a provisional 30-man West Indies squad for the ICC World 2020 Championship in September. Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full stories and details in the Caribbean Report. Now here's where you can get this year's WSVI TV hurricane tracking maps. Caribbean Lottery, Sterling Optical in the Golden Rock Shopping Center and in St. Croix, and Lockhart Mall in St. Thomas, and James Memorial Funeral Home in Christiansted. We also have a small craft advisory in effect, and we'll have more on those details in your weather. Coming up, it's more on the solar gift for the St. Croix Educational Complex.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now, last night we shared the Virgin Islands Energy Department's remarks on the solar gift that was generously provided to the St. Croix Educational Complex. Tonight, we give you remarks from the Commissioner of Education, Laverne Terry, and Principal Willard John.
In education, not only are we preparing our students to read and write and do arithmetic, but we also want to prepare them to move out into the world of work and careers. So by having this early exposure, we're hoping that some child's heart will be ignited to make them want to go ahead and take this a step further, that they will seek jobs in the area of energy or in some other area that involves technology and learning. Many of you are probably aware that we have a STEM project in the Virgin Islands, and that's science, technology, engineering, mathematics. This project fits right into the direction that we're seeking. We know that our students can and will perform at high levels if they're given the opportunity, the tools, and the support to do it. And what One World Sustainable has done is giving us something that we could not have gotten on our own. So you've given them opportunity, you've given them tools, and through the support of the Energy Department, Mr. Johns, Mr. Malloy, Mr. Canaro, we know that they will get the support that they will need to be able to advance and use this technology in new ways.
I too would like to echo our thank you for the significant contribution you have made to us, One World Sustainable. It's somewhere in the vicinity of $30,000 worth of equipment and installation. And we will assure you that that equipment will be used to the maximum for educational purposes. It gives our students an opportunity to look at the academic and technical skills so that they can analyze this whole green energy area. And we're going to make sure that we maximize it. We're going to make sure that the teachers are familiar and they're able to pass it on.